wanting to give my heart. All of a sudden, a burning fiery light shows.
Hey guys, welcome to this next session. This is core value number 4. And this is a very, very helpful core value. Every time I lead a team, a missions team anywhere, I'm always so thankful that I've included this as a core value on all of our mission trips. It's one of the core values that I refer back to almost more than anything else. It's practically very, very helpful, and it enables the team, it enables me, it enables us to stay present in the moment and to make the most of every single opportunity that comes our way. And it is the core value of adaptability. I like to put adaptability like this. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not break. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not break. You'll know if you've been alive for any length of time, you'll know that you can perfectly plan your day, your week, your year, your life, but it was almost never the case that your day, your week, your month, your year, or your life goes according to the plan that you make. Life is always continually throwing curveballs, and even when we're people that are leaning into the voice of the Lord, which we always should be, and hearing His voice before we move forward and all of those things, we hear His voice and we're led forward by the voice of God, but often we add our own details. And sometimes we assume things, we just add details that maybe God wasn't intending us to add. And it almost never works out the way that we imagine that it's going to work out. So the core value of adaptability, the core value of staying flexible allows us to make the most of every unforeseen moment. I love all of Scripture, and you see this threaded throughout all of Scripture, from Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation. But you see it so clearly in the book of Acts. Like I said, throughout all of Scripture. But, there's Acts 27 tells the story of, the Apostle Paul is on the way, I think, from Caesarea to Rome. And he's got a plan. His plan is, I'm going to jump on the ship and we're going to go to Rome. And anyway, there's a shipwreck. Now, that wasn't in his plan. He ends up on the island of Malta. Now, you could, if you were the Apostle Paul, you could be kind of like a little bit upset about that. You could be like, man, the plan failed. God, where are you? I'm meant to be going to Rome and I'm stuck in Malta. But his attitude wasn't negative. His attitude was more along the lines of, okay, this isn't according to my plan, but this is a divine opportunity from God. I wonder why I'm here on Malta. And he ends up having a move of the Spirit, an awakening on the island of Malta. He gets bitten by a snake. He doesn't die. It's a sign and a wonder to the people. People start to even worship him as God. He's like, hey, man. He points their attention to Jesus. And he has a move of God amongst these people. People are saved, healed, and delivered. And then when his time there is over, when that opportunity has come to fruition and fulfillment, he moves on to Rome. And he made the most of the opportunity. In other words, he kind of, some people will put it like this. He made lemonade out of lemons. And on a mission trip and just in life in general, you're going to have a lot of opportunity to make lemonade out of lemons. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to maybe take offense at the fact that something hasn't gone according to the plan that you perceived was the right plan. But if you will notice that God is in all of the unplanned moments as well as just the planned moments, and he's in the moments where the plan takes a different course to what you thought, then you'll start to realize, wow, man, really, truly, I can make the most of every opportunity. I could tell you lots of stories from my life and from mission experience with teams. Everything from being stuck in airports to missed flights to cars breaking down to all sorts of just so many different stories come to mind. But one story was we were in the Philippines and we'd just been going into villages and seeing miracles happen everywhere we went. We'd go in, we'd find the leader of the village or the slum area, the poorer community, and we would say, hey, listen, we're here to bless you. We've got gifts for you, and we want to pray for the sick. And they would gather the sick. We'd have words of knowledge. People get healed. People get saved. It was awesome. We're just doing this right through the Philippines, everywhere we went. And we got to this place thinking it would just be like every other place. We had a plan. Find the leader of this particular area, of this particular slum. Introduce ourselves, honor him, and then ask if we could please pray for all of the sick in the area. And the assumption was he was going to say yes, because who would say no? And the rest would just unfold naturally, as it always did. And I went found a leader in this place. I said, listen, gave my spiel, introduced myself, all the rest of it. And he got really angry at me and almost violently told me to leave, told the whole team to leave. All of his head guys came around him. It was kind of like a gang environment. It was pretty scary. And I was like, man, this is not good. So I tried having a word of knowledge about someone that was sick. I can't remember what the word was, but by memory it was someone's shoulder or someone's neck. But it did happen a while ago. I can't quite remember that detail. And he almost made him more angry. So we were like, okay, listen, really sorry, we'll leave. And then just before we're about to leave, I was thinking, oh man, I really feel that the Lord wants to do something in here. This is not going according to the plan. And the Lord spoke to me and he said, give him your hat. So I just bought this brand new cap, and it was my favorite hat. I'd spent quite a lot of money on this hat, kind of a stupid amount of money for a hat. And I knew that it wouldn't be as valuable to this man as it really was to me. He would just probably see it as another just cheap hat. But anyway, I said, before I leave, I want to give you this hat. I gave him the hat, and he got this big smile on his face, and he apologized to me. He said, and then he said, your word was right. It's that person there. He called that person forward. The person got healed, and from that point on, everyone got healed in that slum area. Now, the story is this, that I had a plan of how we were going to do something, and God had a different plan of how we were going to do the same thing. And if I wasn't flexible and I didn't have a core value of adaptability, I wouldn't have been able to adapt to God's plan that was different to my plan. And so when you're walking through life, particularly when you're on a mission team, it's so important to wake up in the morning and realize that almost definitely I'm going to get thrown some curveballs, and almost definitely today is going to work out different to how I think it will work out, but it is going to be awesome. And I'm going to stay flexible. I'm going to stay adaptable.